Good morning, Panthers! With all these single-digit temperatures, we can't wait until spring gets here. There are only 25 more days until then. Today's weather will be sunny and 27 degrees. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are going to continue our focus on Engineers Week. Today's topic is aerospace, engineering, or aeronautics. Humans have always longed to fly and to make other things fly, both through the air and into outer space. Aeronautics is a science of art involved with the study, design, and manufacturing of air-flight-capable machines, and the technique of operating aircraft and rockets within the atmosphere. While the term literally means sailing the air, it originally referred solely to the science of operating the aircraft. It has since been expanded to include technology, business, and other aspects related to aircraft. Aerospace engineers are the people that make those dreams come true. They design, build, and test vehicles like airplanes, helicopters, balloons, rockets, missiles, satellites, and spacecraft. Check out this video about this important branch of engineering.
Most of us take the idea of manned spaceflight for granted. But during the late 50s and early 60s, the idea of man traveling in space was an exciting challenge to be conquered. In the early days of the space program, engineers knew very little about the effects of space travel and re-entry into the atmosphere. But one man, Dr. Max Faget, came up with a revolutionary design that helped launch America into the space age. During the late 50s, engineers debated over which type of craft should be used to launch man into space. The debate centered on whether the U.S. should continue refining the X series of rocket planes or to build an entirely new type of craft to achieve orbital flight. The U.S. had some expertise in building long-range ballistic missiles, but was having difficulty designing a vehicle to carry man into space and bring him back safely. One day, while playing pinochle after lunch with a co-worker, engineer Max Faget began sketching out a design for a new spacecraft on his napkin. This new craft had a blunt-shaped bottom and was designed to fit on top of a ballistic missile. With his idea in hand, Faget began a series of crude experiments to test his design, one of which included tossing a paper plate out of a window to test the basic aerodynamic principles of the design. Faget's idea for a blunt-shaped craft was ill-received by many aerodynamicists of the time. Researchers thought the most effective way to orbit and return to Earth would be in a low-drag aerodynamic vehicle. Although this vehicle had merit, Faget knew that an aerodynamic aircraft would create excessive amounts of heat, causing major structural and safety problems for the astronauts. Faget alternatively proposed that his new blunt body design should be used instead. He reasoned that his design would create a huge shock wave around the spacecraft, moving the heat away and keeping the craft cooler upon re-entry.
Now let's swing on over to Janai to see what's happening at Parkland.
Thanks, Amir. Weight training is canceled today. You will resume tomorrow afternoon. See Mr. Rodriguez with any questions. The following Grease cast members have rehearsal this afternoon: Grace Fiagbo, Maria Youssef, Nia Peters, Miriam Shamim, Sabrina Lynette, Rafna Ramesh, Donna Mubudletier, and Rachel Adeleke. If you need to call home, see Mr. Bergman in the main office during lunch. Super Sayu will continue to meet this Thursday. See Dr. Cohen if you have any questions. Parkland Scholars, the bus for your field trip to the Kid Museum will leave on Wednesday at 1. Please make sure to eat your lunch before you are dismissed at 12:50. We will not be meeting this Thursday afternoon. World language students who are attending the Student of the Quarter celebration meet in the cafeteria Thursday after school. The tech crew meets from 3 to 5 this afternoon. Mr. Bergman will pick you up in the cafeteria after school. Now here's Toombi to tell us about an important showing of an important movie on this date in 1997.
Thank you, Janaya. Panthers. Have you ever noticed that when you watch a movie on certain TV stations that sometimes they cut things out? They do this when a movie has bad language or is extremely violent, or sometimes they cut it to run in a certain amount of time with commercials. It is rare for them to show a movie uncut. On this day in 1997, NBC decided to show Schindler's List, a film about Jewish people during the Holocaust, uncut and without commercials. It is based on the story of Nazi businessman Oskar Schindler, who uses Jewish labor to start a factory in occupied Poland. As World War II progresses and the fate of the Jews becomes more and more clear, Schindler's motivations switch from profit to human sympathy, and he is able to save over 1,100 Jews from death in the gas chambers. The film is a powerful testament and included many scenes that normally you couldn't show on TV. Controversy arose the following day, however, when Senator Tom Colburn, Republican of Oklahoma, issued a release blasting NBC for the airing of the uncut film, saying it had taken network television to an all-time low with full frontal nudity, violence, and profanity, and that it should not have aired the movie on a Saturday evening during a family time. But most praised NBC for showing this important movie in its complete form. Here's the original promo for NBC's viewing of Schindler's List.
For the first time on television, a special presentation from director Steven Spielberg, winner of 7 Academy Awards.
The list is life.
Schindler's List, Sunday on NBC, presented exclusively with no commercial interruptions by Ford.
Wish these students a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Panthers, according to author Washington Irving, a kind heart is a fountain of gladness, making everything in its vicinity freshen into smiles. Make sure you are kind to everyone you meet, Panthers. Have a great Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.